Weapons seem to level up really slowly in Black Ops Cold War, so today I'm going to be sharing the fastest ways to level up your guns by getting more weapon XP in Season 3 of Cold War and Warzone. So I'm going to cover the fastest ways to level up your weapons in Cold War multiplayer and zombies, and then we're going to go on to Warzone, and with some of these methods you can potentially max out the weapon level for a gun in just one game. That's right, just one game. So stay tuned for how to do that so you don't miss out on any important tips, but if you want to jump to a specific part of the video there will be timestamps in the description. I'll also have playlists and videos for, camo guides, best class setups, weapon unlock guides, for the new DLC weapons for Season 3, how to level up tiers fast, all that kind of stuff. They'll be in the description or a card on screen. If you guys are interested in any of that, then feel free to check it out on my channel. But without further ado, let's get into these tips. So like I said, we're going to start off with multiplayer, then move on to zombies, and then finally Warzone. So for multiplayer, currently Fireteam Dirty Bomb is the best method for getting weapon XP. Because in low weapon levels, each kill will get you to the next weapon level, whereas in the higher weapon levels, several kills are enough to get you another weapon level. So weapon XP is kind of really high in this game mode, and you need to therefore obviously get as many kills as possible playing Fireteam Dirty Bomb. And even when taking into account the longer time played in Fireteam Dirty Bomb, it seems that getting weapon XP is still more efficient than other game modes. So even though it's a longer match, it'll be worth it as long as you keep getting kills. Now if you struggle to get kills, there'll be other methods which we'll talk about in just a minute. But if you're in Fireteam Dirty Bomb, what I recommend is if you need to level up more than one weapon, what I would do is make a loadout with 2 different weapons you're leveling up, and then you want to first shoot an enemy with your primary weapon to down them. It puts them into a last stand mode, and then if you switch to your secondary to finish them off and kill them, the weapon XP will count for the second weapon. So it counts for both if you use both weapons for the kill. I've also had a question about the other Fireteam modes which they're bringing, like hardpoint ones and stuff like that. As far as I know, it gives you the same amount of weapon XP, but I haven't fully tested that out. Now, as I said, Fireteam Dirty Bomb isn't for everyone. I completely understand some people might find it boring, other people might struggle to get kills, and so if it's not for you, then there are other modes available, but these aren't quite as good as Fireteam. So the first sets of modes are ones like free-for-all, domination, team deathmatch, or kill confirmed. Ideally these are hardcore. This is because hardcore can get you more kills because it's easier to shoot someone, kill them, but also especially with the more difficult weapons. Let's say you start with like a level 1 really slow like tac rifle or LMG, which you don't really like using, but you've got to level it up. Obviously that can be very difficult, but if you use hardcore, obviously it's easier to get the kills, and therefore you can start to get some attachments and build up so that then it becomes easier to use and get more kills. Similarly, you could also use the blueprints if you've got any unlocked for a particular weapon, because these come with built-in attachments, so you don't have to struggle leveling up the base weapon with 0 attachments. You can start using it with a few, but obviously this might not have the attachments you want, so just check that out. But if you have a blueprint, I'd recommend using that to start off with. Maybe jump into hardcore or whatever other mode you want to, level it up, and then you'll be good to go. On top of this, we've also got Face-Off 3v3. This is a very good mode as well, as long as you're getting a decent number of kills. It's small maps, the kills are quick, and the matches are fast. So I recommend sort of aiming for at least 20 plus kills in Face-Off. If you can do that, it's generally quite good for weapon XP, but obviously not quite as good as Fireteam. And as I'm sure most of you will be aware, there'll be regular mosh pits for small maps. So for example, Nuketown 24/7. I think that's always going to be live. So Nuketown's really, really great. Obviously, you can get lots of kills. You can hang around the high flow areas in the map. So for example, looking from the house window to the middle area of the map, or pushing into the enemy spawns behind the houses to get kills fast. So Nuketown's really, really good. It's really fun, and obviously you can get a lot of kills and weapon XP, but I would in particular recommending, if you can stick with it, to do hardcore Nuketown. And that's because hardcore, like I said, obviously it's easier to get kills, and if you combine that with the Nuketown playlist, it is really, really good for XP. Obviously be aware, guys, that getting assists is good as well, because it gives you the same amount of weapon XP as getting the kill itself. So even if you don't think you can kill someone, at least try and put 1 or 2 bullets into them, and then hopefully a teammate will clean them up and give you that assist, because that way at least you've got weapon XP towards the kill without even having to fully kill them. So that's everything for multiplayer. What about zombies then? Well, first of all, let's start off with Outbreak. So this is a really great mode. It's probably the best zombies mode for getting weapon XP and leveling up your guns. So what you want to do is go around the world killing as many zombies as you can find. So obviously use your UAV, which shows you where they are, all the red dots. Once you've cleared all the zombies in one region, go to the next one and use vehicles to get around the map. And every time you see a zombie, they'll normally be in little hotspots. If you just kill them and then go to the next area. with your vehicle. Do that around the whole map. I'd also recommend making use of like insta-kills and avoiding collecting nuke power-ups, as this destroys the zombies. You also don't want to be gun-butting the zombies, as this actually doesn't count as the weapon killing them, so you don't get weapon XP for it. And you also want to try and hunt down as many special or boss zombies as possible, as these give you more weapon XP than the standard zombies. You also want to be completing the world events, which are great for weapon XP and attracting lots of zombies too. So you can open golden chests where it spawns loads of elite zombies, but you got to be careful because this can be quite a difficult one, so you might want to upgrade your weapon first, get some perks, stuff like that. But yeah, open golden chests are good because it spawns lots of elites and some normal zombies too. You can also hunt hordes where you kill all the normal zombies, special zombies and elites to get loads more weapon XP and a free perk. So you want to go to the skull icon on the map, interact with the dead body, it plays an audio log, and then go to where the skull icon has moved to. There's like a blue beam of light that comes down from the sky. Go to there, there'll be a big horde of zombies. There's normally like a Kranzi soldier or a megaton or something like that, plus a bunch of regular zombies. So definitely that's great as well. And then finally the dragons one, so there's like a dragon attached to a rocket. You want to activate it and get kills within the ring of fire next to the dragon rocket, and once you get enough, the rocket will be fueled and the dragon will be launched into the sky. So obviously this is loads of zombies for you as well, so definitely make sure you're doing all those world events, and every time you see one of those world events or little missions, don't skip out on it because it's great for weapon XP. So the other thing is you'll get quite a lot of points on the first map, probably in the thousands. I think I could make 7, 8, maybe 9,000, possibly even 10 if I was pushing enough. So once you get enough points, you need to pack a punch your weapon and buy any perks like speed cola, and you also want to use salvage collected on the map to upgrade your weapon damage at the weapon or armor stations. Obviously you can use the ether crystals that are found around the map for this. If you smash them, it'll drop stuff. Sometimes you get salvage, but also killing zombies gets you salvage as well. And once you've done all these things, go for the objective. The best objective type is defend, because you've got to protect a zombie head while loads of zombies will run at you. It's an insane amount of kills and weapon XP, so really good. That's the best mode. Other ones are still good too, like hold out and escort. So hold out is where you've got to survive in like a traditional zombies room and they come through the barriers, and escort is where you've just got to move a drone about the map while zombies run at you. Retrieve can be alright too. I believe as well that once you pick up the canister and start moving with it, a lot of zombies will come towards you, so you could make use of that. And if at any point you need to put the canister down, you can, but definitely make use of that if possible. And there is also the eliminate objective, but this is not quite as good for kills or weapon XP, but obviously you still need to do it, so it's worth doing. Regardless, you want to complete the objective as soon as possible on the map, and then when you've killed all the zombies on the first region, warp to the second map and repeat the process again. If the objective is crap, so for example if it's something like eliminate, then it may be worth ending it there. Otherwise, just carry on and get kills around the map before completing the objective, and kind of make sure that you upgrade your weapons and perks along the way. So I'd recommend warp to the second map, do everything there again, do the objective, upgrade your weapons and perks, and then you want to warp to the third difficulty level and complete the process again. Now by now you should have leveled up your weapon by at least 20 to 30 levels, especially if you have double weapon XP, and therefore if you carried this on you could easily max out the weapon level for a weapon with less levels, like for example a crossbow or a pistol or something. But even for the bigger weapons you can do a very big chunk of the weapon XP, possibly all of it if you kept going obviously, but it's worth bearing in mind that in zombies the higher the round the less weapon XP per kill, and this is the same for Outbreak. So in my opinion it's probably not worth going past difficulty level 3 at that point. Like you could and it'd be fine, but at that point the amount of weapon XP per kill is less, so it's probably better to finish the game there. So after you complete the objective on the third difficulty level, or get all the kills on the map, so you want to run around the whole map, do all the world events, get all the kills, do the main objective, and then once you've done all that, you want to choose to exfil and kill all the zombies or elites, and then your game will end. You'll then obviously want to start another match. You could do it in solo, or it could be a group of people, it's up to you, and then repeat the process all over again. So that's what you want to do for Outbreak. It's a really good strategy, and it's a fun way to do it as well. Next up, we've got the other good strategy for zombies, which is the D-Machine map. So what you want to do for this is the penthouse strategy. So spawn in and kill the zombies as fast as possible on rounds 1 and 2. And at the end of that round, by the left door in the first room, turn right and buy the debris at the top of the stairs. You want to head straight and up the ramp to reach the top floor of the building and head to the back, which is the penthouse area. You want to sit in the corner that I'm showing you guys, and you want to shoot the zombies as fast as possible. Now this strategy is ideal because the penthouse region causes the zombies to spawn much faster than anywhere else, and so it means you can get kills more quickly and progress through the rounds faster, which is obviously really ideal. So you can get in, get the kills as fast as possible, go through the rounds, and then be done with it. So zombies can only spawn behind the concrete barricade on your left or from the walkway ahead, so they can only come from 2 main directions, and so you want to be flipping between those 2 two regions. Now make sure you avoid picking up the nuke unless you absolutely need it to survive, as this will take away from the kills you can get with your weapon. And similarly, as for Outbreak, don't gunbutt the zombies or melee them with your knife, as obviously this takes away from the amount of weapon XP you can get with the zombies for your gun. So you only want to shoot them, but if you come across any insta-kill power-ups or anything like that, if you have those, you can use them to kill zombie hordes even faster, and this is really great for weapon XP as well. Now you should also equip the Ring of Fire field upgrade, so that when there is a large horde of zombies, you can use the Ring of Fire. It does more damage to kill the enemies faster, and that way you're less likely to have them build up on you and hurt you. Now for this, it would work better if you're playing with other team members, so that you can all equip the Ring of Fire field upgrade, then one of you activates it, everyone stands in the Ring of Fire and gets those kills quickly, and then once that's done, your power up starts recharging, someone else uses theirs to get more kills, you all stand in the Ring of Fire again, then theirs recharges, then someone else does it, and so on. And by the time everyone's used it, yours should hopefully be upgraded again, and this is a super fast strategy if you do that. It's faster than the solo strategy, so if you can, I'd highly recommend it. Now when you run out of ammo, you can obviously look for max ammos, or sometimes they drop ammo packs, the zombies, but if you need to restock ammo, then what you want to do is drop onto the middle floor, then run downstairs, turn right and buy the ammo from the chest, and then head back upstairs to the penthouse again. And this is best done at the end of a round. And then after about round 15, the amount of weapon XP per kill starts to drop. So at that point, it's probably not worth staying in the match to get more kills. So I highly recommend you sort of exfil on like round 15 or 16. You could carry on and it will still get you weapon XP, but for the amount of kills you get, and obviously the zombies take more damage. So what I recommend doing, like saying, is finishing on 15 or 16. And when you exfil, you want to kill as many zombies as possible at the landing site with your upgraded weapon. And then if you've bought the chopper gunner score streak to help you off, like if you're finally using the weapon, that's cool. But if you're going to be swamped and you're at risk of dying or not finishing the exfil in time, then if you've bought the chopper gunner score streak from the crafting bench, use this to clear the remaining zombies so that you can exfil and get more XP and Ethereum crystals at the same time if you need it, because the score streak is really good for clearing the exfil site. So that's everything for zombies. It's very reliable, very efficient, and probably more enjoyable than multiplayer. But whatever if you're playing Warzone, or if you're a free-to-play Warzone player and therefore you only have Warzone. How do you level up your weapons fast in Warzone? Well, obviously it's a little bit slower than in Cold War. However, if you use these tips, it's still pretty decent, and so here's what I'm going to recommend for Warzone. So you want to get as many kills with the weapons in the pre-game lobby, especially in Plunder, as you've got your custom loadout and you're using the weapon you want to, because these kills actually count towards your weapon levels. So don't mess about and don't just sort of ignore it. Try and get as many kills as you can, push for them, and sort of drop in the hot spots in the pre-game lobby, get as many kills as you can, and then when the game starts, you're set to get even more weapon XP. So if you're playing Plunder or Battle Royale, it's the same kind of strategy, but I recommend Plunder because you get infinite lives and your custom loadout straight away, but obviously you could do the same thing in Battle Royale if you get a loadout drop. So when you spawn in, what you want to do is drop into a high flow area, one of the ones I mentioned for example, or any other one you want to do. Get some kills if possible, and then once you die, or once there's no more kills in that area, complete as many contracts as you can. People can even go straight for the contracts if they want, but it's just nice to mix it up a little bit and get some kills too. Once you've got that, you want to start the contracts. So what I recommend is either grabbing a helicopter or a fast vehicle like an ATV quad bike, and you want to go around the map and collect as many supply run or recon contracts as you can. Supply run contracts are generally better because they're easier and quicker, so what you need to do is pick up the contract and then you have 2 minutes to get to the buy station to complete the contract. Alternatively, the recon contracts are good, so if lots of people have taken the supply run ones, you can use recons instead. And what you want to do is pick them up and then go to the area instructed to and stay by the upload station to capture the objective, and this will then show you where the next circle will be on the map once you complete that objective. But either doing the recon or supply run contracts is probably a lot more efficient than getting just kills, especially so if you're not the best Warzone player. So if you struggle getting kills, just go straight for the contracts, do as many as you can in the game. You could even drop in straight away and get a fast vehicle like an ATV or a helicopter, but I know the helicopters are very competitive landing spots, so just be aware of that. Bear in mind as well that the more contracts you complete in a game, the bigger the bonus you get, and therefore the more weapon XP you get each time. So don't just do a few and leave it at that, do as many as you can because it gives you a bigger bonus each time for doing it, and then obviously that makes it more and more worth it. So what if you're not playing those modes and let's say you're playing Rebirth? This is another great mode. It's a small map, it's fast paced, and there's a lot more gunfights. So this can be really, really great, and obviously you can respawn a lot more as well. But it's a similar kind of strategy to Battle Royale Plunder. Drop to a high flow area, get some kills, obviously in the pre-game lobby too, and then get an ATV or a helicopter, pick up some contracts and just start doing that for the map. Whatever mode you choose is up to you, but I recommend Plunder, but you could also choose Rebirth if you wanted to. So those are the main strategies for Cold War and Warzone, but there are some other ways to boost the amount of weapon XP you get with every kill. So how do you actually go about doing that then? Well, the first main way is the double weapon XP weekends. These are quite common, so take advantage of them when they're here. You've also got double weapon XP tokens, which you can get from the free PlayStation Plus packs in the PlayStation Store. You can also earn them from the For You section of the store. There's been quite a few recently. And also, certain bundles you buy will have like double weapon XP tokens. And on top of this, leveling up the battle pass to certain tiers will get them as well. So if you need help with leveling up your battle pass, I made a recent video on this for season 3, so check that out so you can get these weapon XP tokens faster. Another good point is that the weapon XP tokens have been separated in that you've got a certain amount for Cold War, and if you've got any other ones that are Warzone specific that came from Modern Warfare, then those are separated and they won't show up when you're in Cold War. So if you need to level up your weapons and you think you haven't got any tokens, they won't show up when you're playing Cold War. But if you head over to Warzone, like I say, if you have any tokens that were originally unlocked in Modern Warfare but now can only be activated from Warzone, then obviously jump over to Warzone, activate these tokens, and then jump back on Cold War, and you can use these secret tokens to level up your weapons even faster by having more double weapon XP available when the double weapon XP weekends aren't around. So just bear that in mind, because you might have some tokens that are not showing up in Cold War because you earned them in Modern Warfare. Another main point is that if you're on PlayStation, if you play with a teammate either on PlayStation or through crossplay, you'll get a 25% bonus with your weapon XP. So obviously if you pair this with some of the other tips, it can be really good for leveling up your weapons incredibly fast. But I'd say these are currently the best ways to level up your guns in Cold War. And if you have any other tips I didn't mention, then make sure to leave them below in the comment section. As I mentioned before, I also make tons of other useful multiplayer zombies and Warzone challenge guides like camo guides, DLC weapon unlock videos, but also best class setups, guides on how to level up your battle pass and weapons, how to earn more Ethereum crystals in zombies and stuff like that. So if any of that sounds good to you guys, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon next to it to turn post notifications on to stay up to date with all my latest videos, and that would be greatly appreciated if you guys do that. But thank you for taking the time to watch the video. If you found the video useful, a like rating would also be appreciated so that other people can find the video and it can help them out too. But thank you all so much for watching, hope you found it useful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.